Honestly, we need to flaunt this narrative. We need to flaunt it. Uche NWOSU's abduction exposes masterminds of insecurity in Imo, says IPOB. We need to flaunt it, and that is it. And almost everybody has the same view on this. The indigenous people of Biafra on Tuesday said those who abducted the 2019 gubernatorial candidate of the Action Alliance Party in Imo State, Chief Uche NWOSU, had exposed as the masterminds of insecurity and other crises rocking the state. God just wanted to expose them, and they were exposed. NWOSU was allegedly abducted by some armed men suspected to be operatives of the Nigerian police force on Sunday, although the authorities later said he was arrested. According to the secessionist group, the Imo State government and others would have fingered it and its arms. The Eastern Security Network had eluded the public knowledge who the abductors were. IPOB stated this in a statement signed by its Director of Media and Publicity, Ima Powerful, a copy of which was made available to the Punch on Tuesday. According to the statement, with the global movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, condemned the abduction of Mazi Uche NWOSU in the church. This is another vindication that IPOB and Eastern Security Network are not responsible for the numerous attacks, abductions, kidnappings in Imo State, contrary to false accusations and propaganda by Hope Uzodinma and his co-travelers. The incident has also further confirmed the complicity of Hope Uzodinma and the APC party in the insecurity going on in Imo State and Southeast region. But for the dexterity and fighting spirit of NWOSU's family and associates, Hope Uzodinma, his co-travelers, and some infamous media houses would have, as usual, pointed accusing fingers at ESN, IPOB, and unknown gunmen. But God Almighty, Okike Chukwokike Abiyama, has exposed them this time around. We will not be surprised if by tomorrow Hope Uzodinma fingers Uche NWOSU and his in-law Rochas Okorocha as the sponsors of IPOB, ESN, unknown gunmen, and insecurity in Imo State. We know his antics, and such options may not be out of the table. For the umpteenth time, no single individual can sponsor IPOB. We are a global movement, and millions of our family members, home and abroad, remain the source of our sponsorship. We have never hidden this fact because we are not a secret or terror organization. IPOB is well grounded, and we don't need any Okorocha, Uche NWOSU, or Hope Uzodinma, or any politician for that matter to sponsor us. We have no dealings with corrupt politicians and people with questionable source of wealth. It is now transparently obvious to all who the masterminds of the abductions, killings of many traditional rulers and religious leaders, including politicians in Imo State and other parts of Southeast are. It is also now clear who created unknown gunmen to demonize and implicate IPOB and ESN operatives. God Almighty, Chukwokike Abiyama, who designed this fight for Biafra freedom and independence, has always vindicated us, and we continue to vindicate IPOB and ESN. That is the truth. Okay, that is the truth. We all know it. They will continue to be put to shame. In their own counsel, they will embarrass and disgrace themselves. You can tell a blind man that there is no oil in the soup, but you can't tell him that there is no salt in the soup. We have always known that the Supreme Court disease and virus called hopeless Uzodinjo is behind every unrest and killings and brigandage and banditry and kidnappings and assassinations in Imo State. Without the general lawlessness, how is he expected to fulfill his promise of Fulanization in the Southeast? This is exactly what has been happening since in the guise of unknown government. God is great. IPOB is God's own organization. Thank God for exposing Supreme Court governor and his cohorts in Aso Rock, and now he's apologizing and exonerating himself, blaming it on police. Only the gullible minds would think the Imo State governor is anything good. He only masterminds the atrocities in the state. He abducts and kills anyone that falls in his pioneer and abducted monarchs in the state were his acts, and I think he should be impeached immediately, and as is not worth the office he currently occupies. All of them from A to Z, just maybe one or two among all the governors and the politicians. Majority of them are not even worth, they don't worth the seat they are occupying. The way Uche was kidnapped by the police just exposed how Hope Uzodinma operates in Imo State. His action just shows that Hope Uzodinma is directly responsible for all the killings, kidnapping, criminality, and bloodshed ongoing in Imo State. If Uche was killed by a stray bullet in the heat of all the shootings, they will run off and blame it on IPOB. Only the gullible will believe that IPOB and ESN will be involved in the killings of the people they have sworn an oath to protect with their last blood. It won't be even fair. It won't be wise. It won't be, because that is just what I stand on. Not that I know their activities. You know, some people always like, oh, you always talk, you're speaking in favor of IPOB. No, and I've said it. Will it make sense? They say you're a terrorist group, and you now go back again, committing all these atrocities. That means something is wrong with you somewhere. So it is not going to be possible, because honestly, you've given the so-called government opportunity to there's no need for anybody. People will definitely know that yes, you are not even fighting, you are not a freedom fighter, that you are into something else. So because they will get you, and that is exactly what they want you to do. That is exactly what they want them to do. So it will be unreasonable for them to be acting like that. That is just my belief right from time. How can people say, oh, they are the unknown gunmen, this and this and that? It will happen in Delta State, it will happen in Rivers, it will happen in Bayelsa, oh, Edo State, oh, it is a IPOB. I could remember a time whether commissioner of police in Edo State said, the IPOB now, they have a camp. They now have a camp in Edo State, that they should be careful. All those on our propaganda. They say consider they go Edo State, they do want to go and do what now? Is that what they are talking about? They are saying let there be referendum, let them create a time for referendum. So going about killing people, what will that do? I don't understand. But the unknown government now are exposed. Just the way the so-called federal government at that level not doing anything, not even enough to curb this issue of this banditry. They know what is happening. Of course, they've been exposing themselves bit by bit. Of course, Nigerians are aware, but some of them have been exposing them. The Buhari or military, all of them, they know the whereabouts of these bandits, but they will never go there. They will never say anything. Politicians should make national concerns their priority. For where we have Nollywood for film shows. He wasn't abducted. He was arrested and taken away by the police. What a junk journalism. It was an abduction. The only thing I don't like is that the arrest happened in the church. Who tell you say so? Is that how to arrest people? This person here don't knock ground. Okay, oh, you should as well like that. The way they arrested him in church, you should have loved that as well.